You see her across the room. She's laughing. She's leaning in. The conversation is flowing. Something real is actually happening. And then you pull the pin. Your feet stop moving. Your mouth says something stupid. You check your phone. You kill the moment before it even begins. You don't decide to do it. It just happens. Most guys call this bad luck, bad timing. She wasn't that interested anyway, but that's not what's really going on. Your nervous system is hitting a wall you built yourself, and it's been stopping you cold for years. This is episode 8. 2 types of anxiety. 1 tool. Let's get into it. Anxiety wasn't always the enemy. It kept our ancestors alive. But today, that same wiring is completely backwards. You're not as anxious before a real job interview as you are before saying hi to a woman at a bar. One actually has consequences. The other has almost none. Yet your body treats the conversation like it's life or death. I call this the backwards paradox. Your fear is highest where the consequences are lowest. You've already rehearsed the rejection before you even moved an inch. A full performance review. For an audience that isn't even watching, your brain starts running a full disaster movie. The guy next to her sees you get rejected. He mentions it to someone. That someone knows someone you work with. A 30-second conversation you'll never think about again somehow ends your reputation. That's the ghost audience. An imaginary crowd judging a performance that hasn't happened for consequences that will never matter. Victor was the guy who always knew where the exit was. Every party, every bar, he'd walk in and immediately position himself near the door. Not because he planned to leave early, because just knowing the exit was there made him feel safe. He was sharp, funny, easy to talk to once he got going. But that first step, that gap between him and her felt impossible. He'd see a woman he liked, feel the pull. Then the committee in his head would start deliberating. What do I say? What if she's with someone? What if people see me get rejected? Doesn't matter! By the time they finished, the moment was gone. That's the ghost audience running the show. But Victor wasn't fighting just one problem. There's a second, quieter, and far more dangerous type of anxiety. You finally make the approach. The conversation is going great. She's interested. The tension is building. You're alone together. Things are getting physical. The moment is charged. And then you hit the eject button. You crack a joke that kills the vibe. You suddenly change the subject. You pull back right when you should lean in and escalate. This isn't social anxiety. This is sexual anxiety. It's the fear that hits when things are actually heading towards sex. Your mind starts racing with worst-case scenarios. What if I can't perform? What if it's awkward? What if I finish too fast or not at all? What if she tells her friends I was bad? Past experiences, porn expectations, or completely made-up disasters flood your brain. So instead of staying in the moment, you sabotage it. You create distance. You shut it down before it can go wrong. Ghost audience stops you from starting. Eject button stops you from finishing. 2 different walls, same result. You stay exactly where you are. Here's the tool that changes everything. The moment you feel that freeze, the committee starting, the urge to pull back, the need to sabotage, you have 10 seconds. Not to feel fearless, not to have the perfect line, just to move. That's the 10-second window. You don't wait for the anxiety to go away. You act while it's still there. Because the anxiety doesn't disappear before you act. It disappears after you act. Every single time you move inside that window, you give your nervous system new proof. I survived. And slowly, the window gets easier. Victor stopped waiting to feel ready. He stopped looking for the exit first. He started counting. The second he felt the freeze, he moved before he hit 10. He still felt the anxiety, but he stopped letting it lead. 6 weeks later, the same guy walked into the same rooms, but he wasn't standing by the door anymore. He was already in the middle of real conversations on the other side of the room. Most men are waiting to feel ready before they take the step. But readiness isn't a feeling. It's a decision you make inside the 10-second window. The ghost audience isn't going anywhere on its own. The eject button will keep firing until you stop rewarding it. The 10-second window is where your freedom begins. It's already there. It has always been there. You just have to start using it. Episode 9 is coming next, and we're going somewhere most creators refuse to touch. The one thing men do that signals low value before they even open their mouth. It's not what you think. Subscribe right now so you don't miss it, and drop a comment. Are you mostly fighting the ghost audience or the eject button?
I was in high school at the time, and we were engaged in horizontal activity, and we got to the point where we were in action and she said, "Go deeper." Hang on, stay with me now. You see, I had run out of PP. And what changed everything was this bottle of toxic male, made from the world's most exotic ingredients, like the saber-toothed tiger and the woolly mammoth.
Oh, really?